Alright, you guys, what's going on? We got another video here, but this video is going to help you guys finding support and resistance, which this is what I'm pretty sure you guys need a lot of help in. So let's just get this started really quick. Started late, starting this right at midnight on Tuesday, the same day we just put the other video on Facebook. So let's get started. What is resistance? Support and resistance right here. I'm reading this area. Show you guys what is support and resistance. Support or support level refers to a price level that an asset does not fall below for a period of time, which means that when there's a floor, let's say this is a support, the stock goes up and then it drops and it touches, and it comes back up, it drops again, touches again. The more touches, the better, right? So it is a price level where a downtrend can be expected. A downtrend, remember, when it's going down, which we just said right now, it goes up, comes back down, and it touches. Can be expected to pause due to concentration of demand or buying interest. Bulls are waiting right here. Okay, bulls are the ones waiting right at the support level, which is holding a support. It's holding a stock as a support to go back up, which buyers are waiting, buying interest right at here. Remember, what is a resistance? It's not that complicated, right? Remember, a resistance level refers to the price level where it could be stopped in a uptrend, which, since we had the support at the bottom, now at the top is the resistance. So what's gonna happen? Okay, we found a support, right? As we said earlier, the stock goes up. And what's happened here? Resistance. It touched once, came back down 2 times. So let's say we're predicting. So we found 2 touches here, one here and another one right there. We want it to go back up because we're expecting this is a support where buyers are waiting, remember, and the downtrend is coming down. So there's buyers here. So what could it do? If buyers are approaching or staying here waiting for this level at this price, so let's say this is a $49 price, they love this $49 price, so they might bring it back up and sell at whatever price is here, which might be, let's say, 50, just a dollar move. Resistance will be here, another touch. So then now, let's say you don't catch the first 2 moves, we could expect this will be a demand or resistance level. You could also be calling it demand, a support, sorry about that. This could be a support level also. So since we know the resistance is here, then we could expect the market is going to drop, or the stock is going to drop itself. We waited for it to come down, and we wait for it right at that 49 level to see if the support is going to hold. If it does hold, we could expect for it to go up, and again we could catch it going up and sell or trim your contracts at 50 level. So it is a price level where an uptrend can be expected to pause due to sellers rejecting that price, which bears are waiting. So support at the bottom, and on top is resistance. The number of touches, the more time the price tests the support or resistance area, I just went over that, the more significant the level becomes. When the price keeps bouncing off a support or resistance level, more buyers, which is support, and sellers notice and will base trading decisions on those levels. So now let's go back. Let's trade right here. Let's find a support on the SPY. So we're going to try to find the support starting with the weekly. The bigger levels and more touches, the more you will kind of have a bigger bounce in that section itself. So let's see how SPY works. So we're going to start off SPY from the beginning of when the pandemic level started, which was right here, right? This is pandemic levels right in 2020 February. So let's do a line. Let's do a horizontal line right here. We could do it on top of the wick or before the wick. It's up to you guys. Let's do one at the wick. And that was one level support on the weekly, right? Okay. Let's find more here. Where do you see more on this section? We see one right here already. I already see it by eye. Another one here. And another one right here because it matches this two or more levels. So we put a horizontal line right there. You can see that. Look what it did. It went SPY. If we look at it from the bottom side, this was the level of rejection, right? You guys could see from before. It came back up, then dropped down. So how can we find the level? Let's say we never knew this, but we see all these multiple touches in this section right there. Look, you could put it either on the wick or above. So let's see where it makes more sense, which will be right there. Why doesn't make sense there? It's because of the wicks. They're rejecting. They came outside to the bottom, but it decided to bring the stock up again, back up to the upside, and then it brought it right here also as well, up again. And so it bounced. It stayed on this level. So it was holding 260.08. So that was our bounce. If this would have happened, we see our bounce was right here at 260.08. But let's say we never had this here, right? We could put it down here. Look what happened. As soon as it broke that level at 206, we found another. This is called the micro support, which is a fake pullback. A pullback, which bulls got caught here and decided to come back down. Where would you expect it to come back down? Obviously, our demand level. As soon as that's how we talked. Support right here at the bottom. Support, which is like how I showed you in the earlier before. Support right here, and resistance at the top. Resistance. I'll just put resist. I don't even know how to spell resistance, man. The fuck. Resistance. I guess whatever. Resistance right here. So it bounced off resistance, came back down support, held support, came back up to support to resistance. Like I said earlier, the more touches, the better, right? And look how we're showing you here, $50 price, 49. But obviously we're not playing with the 50. We're playing with bigger numbers, 293. Look, so let's say we're playing on this side. We see that it came back here, and as soon as it came back up down on this side, it made a hammer, and it went back up. It literally came back up. It came to touch. So we were expecting it since this side, because we saw that a bunch of levels were holding here. So it came back up, dropped down. So we will wait. If you don't want to wait for the chop, we could wait up. And we saw that 259.83 bounced back up, and it brought it all the way back to 275. That was a $20 move right here on SPY. Also right here broke down, and it did another fake out. So it faked out everybody. The same thing it did here. This was a big wick down. Also, this is a piercing line. If you don't know your patterns, you guys gotta know your patterns. A piercing line. So we do another horizontal here because we want to know that why did it stop for some reason. So we'll have one here. So now we have all these levels. We have the one that we did first, and if you guys want, you could put dashes just to make it so you guys can know your micro levels and your minor levels. I mean your major levels, which is inside of here. Decided to come back up as soon as it entered. If you would have waited under 260, let's see if it comes back in, where we expect it to come back up all the way here, right to 286. Look, you could have caught this whole move. As soon as it came in here for another touch, you got this. Came back in our range, which was inside of here. And if obviously it's not going to look exactly like how it looks on the book, but this decided to do this, just to show you clearly how down, up, down, up. And this is called another pattern. It's another pattern. So look what happened. As soon as it came back up, it held that level. So this became the new level support. So now our resistance, the support was right here. It broke where the sellers were at, and sellers decided to move. So then support, which are buyers, literally pushed these guys off. The sellers pushed them off and said, I have more interest. So we came back here, and now this became the other way around. And this is our level that we had earlier, the pandemic time. So we found a new level of resistance, which is right there. But we said more touches the better. Look, there's one touch here, two touch, three touch, four. So we could drop this down, and this is another micro level, right? Because it 33975. support and resistance now. So we're looking at it by that time. So now look, we have those levels. We figured out the bigger time frames. So now let's check another one right here. More touches. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's big touches here. So maybe this is another level. Support. Maybe this became support now, and this resistance. You know, it just keeps flipping around. So now maybe this is a support around this area. Support and resistance. Support and resistance. So now we stop it. We checked around here. Okay. Support. Resistance now. So since we keep going up, we found out that this is support and resistance. So now let's keep going up on SPY. See, what do we find? Another level right here. Another level right here. Another level right here. Here. Where are we right now? Well, it was a little more. Let's fix it. Right there. This is exactly where we're at right now. Resistance today is Tuesday, January 26th. Tomorrow, Powell talks. You guys watching this video today, you guys get a chance to see what's going to happen or what might happen. Possible chance SPY could come back up to 254 or drop down below 223 or 224. Let's make it a little more below the wick if you guys want, or above, wherever you think. I think this is better. Below 223.94 or 2, let's round it out, 224. Round up 224 on the dot. We could drop to the next level. 424, my bad. See? So now we found the resistance, support. It broke support at 453. If you would have figured it, you would have found this before, you could have waited all, it could have dropped all the way to 422. But since we found our weekly, these are the biggest levels. So now what you guys want to do is put weekly levels, type them up, or if you guys want to change color code them weekly levels, which is a big level. Weekly. But since we're trading right now, so now we found our support and resistance on the weekly level, which is the biggest levels. Let's make this thicker. It's 3 or 4. Okay. Now we go back. Now we check the minor time frames, which is the 4 hour, obviously, or the daily. Let's check the daily. If we do not find any levels, look how everything's coming in and out. If we do not find any levels on the weekly, on the daily, then we don't put any. So let's find some more. You gotta really be thorough with this. You have to check and find that, okay, which one's gonna be real. Okay, right here, look, daily. Maybe we could put a smaller line and put daily, because we found this one on the daily level. Let's see, another one possibly here, right there, because as soon as it came in, it came back up. Fake out. Remember, it faked out because it never held. If you guys want, you guys could put one here to be more secured, but let's just leave it like that, what we see. So now daily level, putting in caps. Find a daily, weekly, daily, maybe another one right here. Daily again. Alright, so I think that's all we have, and maybe this one we could put as a daily, so we found it here on the daily, so we put daily. Fine, let's do that. So now we got our levels: daily, weekly. Weekly obviously breaks a weekly, is gonna do a bigger level because weekly buyers, it's a big time frame. So the bigger time frame, the more of a move you will find. So now we found the daily. Let's check the 4 hour. Look how everything's matching. Perfect levels. See? Look at the 4 hour. Look what happened here. SPY broke above here, right in this section. It broke above it, and I don't even like this. It broke above our level, and it decided to right here. Obviously the touches, all this section here. We found the resistance. There used to be resistance. Remember, resistance right here. Resistance, support. It's bounced off. Look, it's doing the same thing. Went up, try to retest resistance. There was a micro level here, which we could look at these in the 4-hour if you want, or the 5-minute, but let's put one here, which is a smaller level, and there you go. It held inside, broke our big level resistance. It came back in. As soon as it was chopping here, it was a chop fest. It was chop. As soon as it broke out, look what happened though. It came back to the 454. It held so many times to try to break. So that was a big level of support on the weekly. I mean, the resistance on the weekly. So now if you guys want, you guys have the 2 weeklies. You see that? Weekly and weekly. It was bouncing off between the weekly and the other weekly. It came back down here, which is really close. If you want to bring it up again, like I said, you guys could fix your levels. You got to find it really secure. Look, that makes a little more sense. Reject it. Stay inside here. It came back in. There was a wick in here. So now we're there. Held. Broke out. As soon as it broke out our weekly, look what happened. Popped up. So now we find what's going to happen in the 4-hour. We don't see that many on the 4-hour. Maybe when we're here, we could put a 4-hour. 4-hour level. Another one here, right here, because of these touches. Exactly. Look at the touches. You gotta understand. The more touches, there's 2 here. There's more here. How you doing? Remember, they don't have to be perfect. You could fix them. Once you get used to it, you'll be able to fix them and get them faster. But we're in the 4-hour, so we put the 4-hour. 4-hour. So there you go. Reject, bounce. Rejection became the bounce. Resistance became support. Resistance, support here. Support came up, came back up. Look, as soon as support touched, it came back up. So now we find another level right here, 488.36. See? We stayed in range. Now this became resistance, but we're looking at the major levels and the smaller levels, which is still major. The 4-hour broke down. It came back down all the way. Look, all the way back to kind of a weekly. Weekly bounce, came back up to 437, close to 437, and it just kept going up. See, look how everything's going in. We find more in the 4-hour. Another one here. 4-hour. Okay, now let's look for the 1-hour. Let's see how it looks in the 1-hour, and let's see another one right here. So now we see, if you want, you guys can color code these way better. Put them red. The weeklies, put them red, so you know where you guys are looking at. Red or whatever color you like. It's your choice. And if you guys want the 4-hour, you guys could choose these into maybe white or something, or the same color, just maybe lighter, thicker. So now we have our levels. Or you could put the 4-hour or daily, thicker levels, right? So now we know that those are the major levels on the day and the hourly. Found another one here on the 4-hour. So let's reduce it back to 1. Let's check. Let's keep checking. More touches. Alright, so that's enough. So let's check the 1-hour. Let's see how it looks like. Look at the 1-hour. It happened. Rejected our daily level, and now we found another level here. Obviously, we start getting more levels. You start having so many levels at the end of the day, but look how they work. SPY on went break 454. It came back up to our past level, which was 464. Right here, it broke, which was our resistance, right? Like I was talking about resistance here again. Resistance. And our support level came back, broke our resistance level, which we know this is the 1-hour that we saw earlier. It went up, kept going, try to retouch here. It broke the 4-hour like nothing, and look what happened. We had our weekly here, and look what happened. As soon as it broke the weekly, everything just kept going up. Daily, it kept rejecting the daily so many times. Let's put this lower. Kept rejecting the daily so many times. 1, 2, fake out, 3 touches. Man, it was a strong support and resistance. 3 touches. 1, 2, 3. Reject it. It broke our hourly that we had, and it went straight down, broke the weekly, and it kept going down. So now look, this day it kept rejecting between these two levels right here, the 4 hour and our 1 hour that we found. It was just rejecting up and down, and look how it's matching these before. They're all matching. So we were waiting. Look what happened when it broke down. It went back down all the way to touch where it broke out back in December 21st. This is December 21st, and this is January. 10 months later. How many months? 1 month later, literally 30 days later, it came back down, and look, it brought it back up, back to the weekly. The weekly became a strong resistance, and this became support. It broke support. It came back up to retouch support level, which is, look how many, look at this, 1 2 3 1 3. So there's 3, and there's 2 right here on top. Rejected, it came back down, 3 touches to the top, 458, said no, I'm out. It just broke down because so many sellers were holding this, brought the whole price market down. So look at right now where we're at. We're literally in between the weekly level of 425 and our 441 level, the daily level. So we're literally gonna stay either in here or drop down the weekly and come back to the 410, right? So that's what I'm holding. As of today, we looked at the 1 hour and we see that it's holding between this one and this one, but we could see another level here. So since we're playing for now, we could change these colors. Okay, let's change it red, or how it is, thicker yellow, because we're this here right now. We're trying to figure it out. We put daily or 1 hour. We found your daily is already there, so it's bouncing between the daily and the 1 hour. So we found our levels. Now we have all these lines. Look, when we go to the 5 minute, look what happens. See that? Boom, right on the dot. Look at that shit. Look at that beauty. On the 5 minute, look. See that shit? Look at these levels that we had. Broke, came back down, stayed in here. Broke again. Stayed on the 5 minute. Also rejected. Broke our 434 level. Came back down. Touched our weekly. Faked everyone out here. Came back up. We rejected the 1 hour. Faked people here. Faked, look, chop, chop. Came back all the way down to touch our weekly, and then just exploded back up. Same thing here. Look, so now we're ranging in between what areas? 441 and the weekly, if you guys want, which you see more touches, but it's holding now more on the top, which means it's getting a little bit higher. More buyers are coming in. So now we have this level. So what could happen? We could predict the market now as we see, because what could it do? Just like how we saw earlier, it goes in, goes back down, goes in, goes back down, goes in. If it touches here, if you go long, you better wait. You better fucking wait for this to come back up and do this, and then we go back up to 454, possibly 448. Hopefully it doesn't fake us out and reverses like this, and we will see this back down to where it touched before, and that's your SPY levels. Look at that. So now I know how to predict the market. If not, this is our case scenario for tomorrow, or it could hold here, right? Obviously we just talked about it. This shit could hold right on this level and said nope, we're still more selling, we're selling pressure, and this is the third touch, which is stronger. It could come back down all the way back to 439, while everybody's thinking and assuming that it's gonna go back higher. But also it could come back down here and do this again, also retouch at the same level and come back up. So right now it's just chopping up, down, up, down. We have no levels. For our entry, we will want it to go above 441 in order to go to calls all the way to 456 and see the market really bullish again, or come back down here and maybe hit the daily, which will be red. While breaking 429, we catch this, we could go all the way to 429. We don't know that though. 429, but we already have a T8 technical analyst. We just did this all together to see what's gonna happen. Up, down, up, down. We could drop down before the 1 hour right here. Maybe you could wait, go bears, puts, play some puts at 425. Maybe hopefully it breaks. Now we have the little micro level right here, right? The little micro level, really small level, which maybe it touches somewhere back in the days. So let's see. Let's color this one blue to kind of see maybe we missed the level. Go to daily, and we actually did. Look at all, we missed that one. Look at that. We missed that level of support. So, and that's where we worked off. So maybe we have to put this one red also. We got to be careful of these two red. Literally. These two right here. So now we check the 5 minute again, and we can actually put a red bar if you guys want, because we know there's between those two. You can put a rectangle here and make it red, so you know that there's something holding it there. So now we could add these levels, extend left and right, make it red because we know our support is there, our support, and we check. There you go, nice support there, and we have resistance right here. So if you guys want to make another resistance right there, make it, actually make this one green, not bad, the bottom one green, obviously buyers, and the top one red. There you go, you guys. There's nothing else to tell you guys. Literally, look, support and resistance. It's just bouncing between up, down, up, down, up, down. We could hold here or come back down all the way here, but so far it's holding the 1 hour. But we still got our white weekly. It's been in here for the past 2 days, so this is chopping out the whole market. And look at it now. Look how it looks. Obviously now when you're playing on daily, you check on their 5 minutes, and on the 5 minute before the market opens, you start checking your levels here. Okay, there's another one here, and those 5 minute levels, what I do is I put dashes. For me, I put dashes. Dash one right here, another one there. We find the one right here, a bigger breakout. Let's see, we find another one. Another one here, more touches. Now we start getting more crazier right here. Another more touch. Actually, it's right here. Touch there, and look, you see, look, as soon as we made this one, it touched right there. You see that? We made that one and it touched exactly right there on this area that we wanted. We just made this one right here, and look, that's where it stopped. And then we have another one there. So tomorrow, what could be our breakout? Okay, if it hits below, look, a minor level at 433.77 right there, and another one here. So now obviously we check the 5 minute. We see that, okay, we hits below, we take this off, below 434, we could go our profit targets. That's how people are asking, why do I check profit target? Profit target is below profit 1. That's a long video. Profit 1, profit 2, profit 3. Especially on this chop, you want to take profits 433, 422. It's every dollar move, you see. And we could probably come down all the way. If it just breaks profit 1, you don't need to take profits there. You do not need to take profits. If it just see it red and volumes coming in and everything, you don't need to do that. Just come straight down and keep going and going, maybe all the way back down to our level. Profit 3, same thing for calls. 437 is a big level, so for me, I would just not even put this micro level. I'll just wait all the way to 437 just to see what's gonna happen. Because if it breaks 437, we could still go to 438, come back to 439 and 444 to touch this zone, this level right here, our last level. There's really low levels here. There's really nothing else, just right here, 438, 439, 441. But we could catch a bounce if you're really good at trading. Once you get used to it, this could come down here and decide not and hold it, and it could come back up. But that's when you get more experience. Once you see more levels, come back up here. But you still have this micro level, which it touches with the other ones as well. See, 1, 2, 3 big wicks, reject it. So there's still sellers there waiting. Touch, touch, touch. And that's when you start adding your EMAs to make sure it's an uptrend, crossover EMAs, everything that you use. That's when you start using your strategy. It could come like this, but when we open up our EMAs, which will, I'll put 1, the 9 EMA. Oh my bad, that's not it. EMA. We put the 9, and look, it's above it. If it goes below the 9 EMA, we come back down. It's a 21. Crossed right here. You could have entered right here at 432. Take profit 431. Look, came back up. Now if it goes below here, it might come down. Profit 1, then profit 2, and these could curl back down to the other way. So we could assume that this, let me change the color of this one, this could do this, the EMA, and our blue one could come up like that, or the other way around. We don't even know. Like I said, we do not know what's gonna happen. It could keep going back up. It could go like this, maybe go up like this. Oh, that's an ugly. Let's just do this. Literally, we do not know, but we could assume that, right? Keeps going, and then this gets split up, and the more splits, the better. So it might do what it did here, and keep going up and up. You know, or that's too much, but you know what I mean, right? We're already analyzing what could happen. And now look how our levels look. So much mess, but look at the levels that we made. It still touched from before. Like you see, we go back in time. Look, profit 1, we still leave them there. Look, reject it, stayed in between, came back down, stayed here again, red, chop, 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 rejected our EMA and our profit 2 level to go down. It came back down all the way here. So that's how you find profits to go down and profits to go up. Same thing, it broke up here, profit 1 for the upside, profit 2, we find more levels, profit 2 here, profit 2, and our ending target. This will be the high target. Why? Because it's a daily and it could actually break, either break or not break, but it broke, so look what happened. Keep going up. Look at these levels. It's just right here. Look, you see, profit 1, profit 2, high target, just in case. Look, it's matching. So above profit 1 and below 434, we could see this. So now we start writing down, okay, below 434 our target is 433.37, 432.86, 432.03, or 432 to make an even number, and 430. Above 436 we could see 436.80, 437.44, and this could be risky because we're really so close to 437, but it could actually break, maybe could break to 438, 439. And there you go. Look at it now. We look at the daily. Look at all these levels. Obviously we still have a lot more to do, but we're just doing for tomorrow. And look, for me, I'm already used to it, so I'm able to catch them just by looking at the 15-minute or the 10-minute, and I can already see these right here. Another one here, another one there, another one there, another one here, here, Let me see. One more there. One more there. So you should keep doing that. You can look at any ticker you want. Facebook, Amazon. Doesn't matter. I already have some on Facebook, but I could already see them. We could delete everything, so you won't be all blinded. You see one here, 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 another one there, 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 there. Fix it. There. See, and then we go to the 5 minute. Look, see, they're all matching. Look, touch, 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 rejected. Came back up to reject right here. Came back down. Go to the 1 minute. Still matches. Go to the 5, 15. Let's see if we find some more. Anywhere, Amazon. So I always play Amazon. Same thing on Amazon. We go to the 5 minute. Whatever you guys want to check. 5 minute, we see one. Here, 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 here. I already see them. Right here, another one there, another one there. See? I could just keep going all day and find so many levels. And this is what you gotta do every time you trade. You have to make sure that you know which ones are resistance, support, what's gonna do. We go to the 1 minute. I trade in the 1 minute and look how they're all matching. Broke out, came back up, rejected, come back down here, consolidated in this area. We came back to retouch, came back up, and right now we're just there chopping. So there you go, you guys. That's all I have to show you. Just practice and remember what I said. What is support? Support is the level. You guys want to screenshot this? It's up to you guys, but this is what it does. Resistance is the top, support is at the bottom. Start with the bigger time frame. Always start with the bigger time frame and then go lower. Make sure you color code them, whatever you guys want to do to make sure that you guys remember. We already have it color coded here, so we know what's going to happen tomorrow on our move. I'd rather just wait for the breakout of 430, 441 and 428, or else it's going to chop around. But you guys can still play in there. You know, you guys can still make profits. Right, so hopefully you guys learn what support and resistance is, how do I use it, how do I calculate, and what do I know, like how do I calculate the market, what do I expect of the next move, and it's just getting ready for it. Obviously it's not going to happen, they could go up or down, but we are ready for calls or puts, or to go long or short. Just practice those and don't get confused. All right, if you don't see a level, don't get in the level. Don't put a level. You don't see nothing on 10 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour, then don't put it. Just because all you think it might be, just don't put it. So all right, man. Hope you guys take care. And yeah, it's already late here. It's at 12:30 already. About to be 1. Market's about to open on my side. But watch this video as many times you guys need to. And yeah, you know, just don't go too crazy and shit.